Okay, guys, some of you may not be able to get this on your computer, so you can use my simulation to get your numbers. All right, so essentially, you'll go to the website peppermoss.weebly.com, and if you can't get it, it may say enable Flash Player, and you just click on it and you hit allow, and it should pull up to you. Some people's computers cannot support this, so if that is you, then go ahead and watch this video. Okay, so we're going to click on a bird's eye view of natural selection. Okay, this simulation allows you to watch natural selection in action. A population of moths will be released in a forest. At the beginning, the population is 50% light and 50% dark. During the simulation, graphs at the bottom will record any changes in the population. The only factor difference between the two types of moths is the color of their wings. Your role is that of a predator. Guide the bird with the mouse to the moths. Click on the moth with the mouse to eat the moth. Every time you eat a moth, you will hear the crunch of his exoskeleton. If you miss the moth, you will hear the bird call. Eat as many moths as possible in the minute you have. Okay, let's start with a light forest. So keep in mind the background's going to be light, so think about which moth we might be eating the most. Shoot, my eyes are terrible. I don't even see any light moths. Oh, wait. Is that a light one? Oh, I got one. Are you guys seeing a light moth? Oh, is that one? Yep. Okay, so our forest started with 50% light moths and 50% dark moths. Now there's 79% light moths and 21% dark moths. That you could see dark moths with yours, you are ate more dark moths than light moths. And guys, this is what happened over time in the light forest. The light moths blended in and the dark moths stood out. So that's why their population went down. So on your worksheet here, pull that up. Okay, give me a second. Okay, look at your worksheet here. It says create a data table to show the percent of light and dark moths remaining in the dark forest. So it says one data table. Honestly, guys, I'd make two. So I'd make your first data table and I would title it, you know, in a light forest or something like that. And then the top you put light and you put dark moths, and then you record how many there are. And then we're going to make another table for a dark forest. Okay, don't forget you need titles and you need labels like headings for each column. Okay, so let's go back to our simulation here. All right. Now let's try dark forest. We're going to see the same thing, only the opposite here, right? Okay, you can use my numbers. I don't see any on here. There's one. Okay, so this one wasn't a huge jump. They didn't really put me in there that long, but same thing, 50-50. The light moth population did went down. We saw a decrease because the light were easier to see. So in the data table, these are the numbers you use. You use 50-50 to start. So let me go back. Okay, on the data table, so you'll have, okay, one for light forest. This will be the title, the dark forest. You will do, your data table. You can put light and dark moths on the top or light and dark moths on the bottom. And then the other side will be original population and ending population. So for both light and dark, our original population was 50-50. Okay. In the dark forest, it was 46% for light and 54% for dark. I'm drawing a blank on what we just said. I think it was, was the light forest? I think it was 78. Is that correct? Right? So in the light forest, yes, that was correct. In the light forest, it was 78% light and 22% dark. Okay, so those are the percentages that you do here. Okay. Now, if your percentages are different, every simulation is different. So if you were able to get it on your computer and get different numbers, that's okay. I mean, you don't have to use my numbers. That's kind of what we're seeing here with what's going on. Okay. So that's the first part. Get your data. Now, this is a PDF, so you might have a hard time copying on Google if you need to print it out, or if you just want to write this on a piece of paper and take a picture of the paper and upload it, you can. Next, you'll read an article and answer some questions. And then you will make a graph, okay? What do all good graphs have? Don't forget a title. There's two. Don't forget a key. We're doing it over time, so think about what type of graph we're going to do. And then, now, again, you're not going to be able really to make this online unless you know how to do that. So if you want to draw it and take a picture of it, you can, because Google will do some weird things if you try to draw it on here. Okay. You guys have 2 days to work on this, but guys, this is real life. This is what happened in real life when the Industrial Revolution happened and the forest changed, and we saw evolution happen right before our eyes. So if you have any questions, let me know. But you have the next 2 days to work on this lab.